Alright, I am Silverwolf20, and this is going to be something a little bit different. I am going to be showing you I should say that I'm going to show you the original deck that I used to use when I used to play the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game in high school, but with a few twists. The opponent was Moja from the CPU duels, and yeah, this is basically how I used to play the game when I played in real life. So without further ado, let's get this replay started. So how this basically worked was I used to rely on cards like Level Limit Area B, Gravity Bind, cards like that to basically prevent the opponent from attacking in order for me to set up a field and rip through the opponent's team with low-level field with low-level monsters. The problem was that most 3-star monsters do not have that good of an attack, so I had to rely on a lot of equipped spell cards and, card destruction effects in order to get the job done. Now, I did make some changes. I no longer rely on that ungodly long Ultimate Baseball Kid chain that I used to do, which included DNA Transplant, Fire, that Meteor card that was an equip where if your attack is higher than the opponent's defense, difference was Delta's damage. I would basically rely on Ladder Intervention to make it so that all monsters were face up, so that DNA Transplant would turn all of them into fire monsters to give Ultimate Baseball Kid ungodly attack. And I would also rely on Twin Swords of Flashing Lights to attack twice. So, like, picture an Ultimate Baseball Kid with 8,500 attack points being able to attack 2 times in one turn. And it's able to inflict the difference between attack and defense as damage to life points. Can you imagine how quickly a duel like that would end? But it's very hard to keep all those cards in the field, so I had to change it around for this game. So I added cards like Solemn Warning, Stealth Bird that you just saw, and cards that basically allow you to do effect damage, which is a hell of a lot quicker. So I also added my old favorite, Pete and the Dark Clown, who is a card from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie where if it's attacked, or if it's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, I hate yawning, you can remove it from play in order to bring out another one, which is very handy for keeping monsters on the field. And of course Stealth Bird to inflict 1,000 points of direct damage every turn. And it can flip itself back face down, so it's just a beast for effect damage. Also, I was not able to find my 2 favorite flip-up monsters, Swarm of Locusts and Swarm of Scarabs. Those 2 combined, their effects are Swarm of Scarabs when it's flipped face up destroys a monster, and Swarm of Locusts when flipped face up destroys a spell or trap. Now, if you're able to keep flipping both of them up every turn, you can basically devastate your opponent and basically lock up their fields with them not being able to do anything, which was epic. It was basically how I would break through Star Wars. And Raging Flame Sprite is another favorite of mine, in the sense that every time it attacks directly, which it's allowed to do automatically, it gains 1,000 attack points. Now, since it's a direct attack, the fact that it's so weak doesn't really matter. And if you equip the Twin Swords of Flashing Lights to that, basically it can attack directly 2 times in a turn, and each time it attacks directly, it gets another 1,000 attack points. That's ownage. Like that was one of the strong points of this deck. Just direct damage, stalling someone out and breaking through them little by little with cards like the Raging Flame Sprite and Baseball Kid and Swarms. But I'm not able to show off too much of that here, and I want to try to use Spirit Reaper's effect to basically make him discard a card, but unfortunately his monster had too many defense points, so that didn't work. So it didn't really matter, because at this point all I had to do, which you'll see in a second, all I had to do was flip up Stealth Bird one more time, and boom, game over. So that was a good game, Moja, and I basically just wanted to show how my old deck used to work, and show off a little bit of the modifications that I made. A new episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship 2011 will be coming soon. This was just a side thing that I wanted to show, to basically show people how I used to play the game. So, with all that being said, I am SilverWolf20, and I will see you guys later, and take care. Bye!